World War II casts a long shadow. It remains a stark, defining moment. Humanity truly faced its darkest hour. The conflict engulfed the entire globe. Its scale was previously unimaginable. It changed the world profoundly. We still study its lessons today. Its memory must be preserved. The war reached nearly every continent, from European fields to Asian jungles, from African deserts to ocean depths. Millions were mobilized for fighting. Nations poured all their resources into a desperate, total struggle. No corner of Earth felt truly safe. The world held its breath. The human cost was immense. Soldiers fought on countless fronts. Civilians endured bombings and occupation. Families were torn apart by war. Hunger and disease became widespread. The trauma echoed for generations. Scars remained on landscapes and deep within human hearts. This war brought profound changes. Old empires crumbled and fell. A new world order began to form. Technology advanced at a rapid pace. Society itself was re-evaluated. People questioned fundamental beliefs. The war asked hard questions about progress and about humanity. The First World War ended, but its peace felt fragile. The Treaty of Versailles caused resentment. Germany felt unfairly punished. Economic hardship spread widely. The Great Depression fueled despair. People sought strong, decisive leaders. Old certainties were disappearing fast. Dictators rose to power then. In Italy, Benito Mussolini emerged. His fascist party promised order. In Germany, Adolf Hitler gained control. The Nazi Party preached a dark vision. Japan saw its military gain influence. These regimes craved more power. They glorified war and conquest. Aggressive ideologies took firm root. Nazism promoted extreme nationalism. It preached racial hatred, targeting Jews. Italian fascism also praised the state. It sought to restore Roman glory. Japanese militarism pushed for expansion. Asia was its intended sphere. These ideas led directly to conflict. The world watched with growing alarm. The League of Nations proved weak. It could not stop aggression. Appeasement policies were tried, hoping to satisfy the dictators. But these efforts ultimately failed. War became tragically inevitable. The storm clouds gathered ominously. The war began in Poland on September 1st, 1939. German forces stormed across the border. It was a swift, brutal invasion. Britain and France demanded withdrawal. Germany did not stop its attack, so they declared war on Germany. World War II had started. Germany used a new tactic. It was called Blitzkrieg, lightning war. Tanks, planes and infantry coordinated. They moved with shocking speed. Polish defenses were quickly broken. The Polish army fought bravely, but they were overwhelmed by might. Warsaw soon fell to the invaders. The Soviet Union also acted. It invaded Poland from the east. This was part of a secret pact, a deal made with Nazi Germany. Poland was tragically divided between these two powerful invaders. A harsh occupation then began. The Polish people suffered greatly. A strange calm followed Poland's fall. It was called the Phony War, but this quiet did not last. In 1940, Germany struck again, attacking Denmark and then Norway, then Holland, Belgium and France. Western Europe was stunned. Britain soon stood alone, defiant. Section 4. Global Conflagration, Pearl Harbor and a World at War. On December 7, 1941, Japan launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor. Many American lives were lost. The United States was shocked and outraged. President Roosevelt called it infamy. America declared war on Japan. Germany and Italy declared war on the US. The conflict became global. Section 5. Turning tides, Stalingrad and D-Day. The Eastern Front saw savage fighting. Germany had invaded the Soviet Union. The Battle of Stalingrad was pivotal. It raged for many long months, fought in the ruins of the city. Both sides suffered terrible losses. The conditions were beyond brutal. Soldiers fought house to house. Stalingrad marked a crucial shift. The Soviet Red Army held firm. They encircled the German Sixth Army. Hitler refused to allow retreat. The German forces were destroyed. It was a catastrophic defeat for Nazi Germany's war machine. Their eastward advance was stopped. In the west, another front opened. On June 6, 1944, this day is known as D-Day. Allied forces landed in Normandy on the beaches of northern France. It was a massive amphibious invasion, the largest in all of history. Thousands of ships carried troops. The liberation of Europe began. Allied soldiers pushed inland slowly. They faced fierce German resistance. Fighting was heavy through France. Town by town, villages were freed. The cost in lives was very high, but the tide had turned decisively. The end of the war drew nearer. Section 6. The Abyss of Humanity, the Holocaust. The Holocaust was Nazi Germany's crime, a systematic, state-sponsored genocide. 6 million Jewish people were murdered. Men, women, and children perished. They were targeted for annihilation simply because they were Jewish. This horror stands alone in history, a testament to inhuman cruelty. Millions of others were also victims. The Nazis persecuted many groups: Roma people, often called gypsies, Slavic peoples, like Poles and Russians. Disabled individuals were targeted too, as were political opponents, communists and homosexuals, Jehovah's Witnesses, all deemed undesirable by Nazis. The methods were coldly calculated. Jews were forced into crowded ghettos, then transported to concentration camps. Many died from starvation or disease. Others endured forced slave labor. Extermination camps were built for murder using gas chambers for mass killings. It was an industrialized slaughter. The Holocaust remains a deep wound, a crime against all of humanity. It showed the depths of depravity. The world struggled to comprehend it. The Nuremberg trials brought some justice, but the memory must never fade. We must learn from this horror and ensure it never happens again. Section 7. Aftermath and a New World Order. Victory, division and hope. The war in Europe ended in May 1945. Allied forces closed in on Germany. Berlin fell after a bitter fight. Hitler took his own life. Germany surrendered. VE Day brought massive celebrations. The war in the Pacific continued. Japan fought on with fierce resolve. The US decided to use a new weapon. Atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan surrendered in August 1945. A new world rose from the